It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Every winter, like clockwork, I hear the exact same thing. Bill, winter is killing me. Bill, no one's booking. Bill, I guess we need to shut down until next spring. Well, guess what? Winter happens every single year, and it has been for as long as we've been recording history, so it shouldn't be a surprise to you. Winter doesn't kill food trucks. A one-income business model for your food truck, that's going to be your death. We're going to talk about that today. Hi, welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I'm the Executive Director of the National Street Food Vendors Association, and we're going to talk about why you need more than one revenue stream for that food truck you own. So let's just call out the real problem. If all you do is go to pop-ups, set up, sell food, come home, hope that somebody's going to schedule you next week, you have one profit center. And that means you show up, you open the window, you sell food, you close. And that works in July. Guess what? It's going to be the death of you come December, maybe even November in some cases, certainly January and February. So why am I releasing this in the middle of March? Because I want you to be thinking ahead today, because you know what's going to be happening in just a few short months from now. So don't get excited because, hey, the warm weather's here. Now I got events and now I got people wanting to cater and I can do weddings. Don't rest on your laurels because come next year, you'll be saying, Bill, it's slow. What do I do? So I'm telling you what to do right now. You have to create that pipeline. You need to have contacts and contracts. You need to have a plan and you need to create backup offers for your business. So let's talk about these revenue streams. Corporate caterings, that's going to be the winter MVP, if you will. If you want stability when it's freezing outside, guess what? People still got to eat. They don't want to walk downstairs to your food trucks that sit on the side of the street, but they would love for food to be brought up to the office. So corporate offices, factories, warehouses, call centers, hospitals, they don't stop eating because it's cold. So here's your winter pitch. We'll handle on-site lunches once a week. You collect the orders internally, or we'll do a pre-order website, and all we ask is you have a minimum head count. And you give that to somebody in their HR department or somebody that's going to be in charge, and then just follow up consistently. Get them thinking ahead to what's going to happen to their staff come December, January, February. And please don't tell me you don't know who to contact. Front desk, HR, office manager, operations manager, plant manager, security guards. Talk to a human being that works there. Winter is when companies are sick and tired of leftovers in the fast food chain delivery systems. Just set up a 4-week lunch series, pre-order link, minimum guarantee, simple rotating menu, but some overlap so that they can have some variety but still have the favorites that they're accustomed to. Me personally, if you set that up, I would eat the exact same thing all 4 weeks. My wife, Melissa, on the other hand, she's going to order 4 different things. Stop waiting to get booked. Work on it now. You create the schedule. Get the commitments. Tell them you'll follow up in October, November, but start thinking about it now. Second thing you need to think about, apartments and HOA pre-order nights. Winter foot traffic is useless. You already know that. Scheduled traffic still works. Apartment complexes and HOA still want the residents to be happy, especially when everyone is stuck inside. The trick is not to show up in hope. The trick is to pre-order. So Wednesday night, 5 to 7, pre-order closes at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. We'll bring it hot and fast and organized. All you got to do is come down and pick it up. If you're worried about cold weather speed of service, here's the solution. Less window time, more bag handouts. What that means is you tell them, we're going to be there between 5 and 7. Come on down. We'll have it bagged with your name on it. All they got to do is show up and say, hey, my name is Bill, and you look for that bag and hand it out. That's quick. That's efficient. So the simple thing for you at those apartment and HOAs, just create that night package, the HOA night or the apartment night with their name, 2-hour service window, 25 order minimum. All of them have to be pre-ordered. And then have add-ons like a family pack. This feeds for a family of 4. Make their ordering process easy. Add on dessert bundles. Do things that your guests are going to want so that they'll be encouraged to bring you back maybe every month all through the winter. How about this one? School spirit nights, booster clubs, PTAs, PTOs, whatever they call them nowadays. Go to places that are always doing something in the winter. You got basketball games, wrestling, band concerts, PTA events, PTO events. Don't let the school sell you on exposure. You're not a charity, you're a vendor. So what you do is you offer pre-order meals to pick up before and after the event, team meal deals for players and families, either at a discount or a bundle that just makes good sense for them to buy anyway. You can do hot chocolate, you can do cookies, you can do warm desserts. All those can be add-ons. The idea is to think out of the box rather than sitting in front of a brewery and wondering why you are dead. Make a team meal menu. Just pick 3 options, price for speed and volume. Pitch it to the athletic directors and the booster club presidents. Show that you're a small business willing to support that school. You can even donate a portion of the sales. And it's simple. Tell them you'll donate 10%, but you mark up your prices 11%. Set out a band booster tip jar, and all the tips in that jar go to the band. Not the credit card tips, those are yours. The additional tips they give for the band or whatever club you're doing. Here's something you can do. You can actually pop up inside a building. Now, you're not going to take your food truck inside there unless it's an all-electric food truck and it fits in the doors, because if you have propane, it needs to be outside. But what you can do is set up so that you can go inside a brewery or a tap room or an event venue or churches or community centers and set up some small operation where you're running food from your kitchen inside to be served. So that way the people don't have to get up and go outside. And before you say, they've already got food, nobody has your food. Winter is also the time to offer up a guest kitchen night. So maybe that community center does have a kitchen, but it would be awesome for you to go in and run it for a night. They're the ones now paying for the water and the electric and all the other stuff, and all you're doing is cooking some food. Being a guest chef for a night. To support this, just create a pop-up partner packet. Talk about what you're going to serve, what the requirements are, space, power, access, whatever. How you're going to market both yourself and that partner to help them increase whatever it is they're doing. And then the revenue split or the rental fee. Because it's better to split the revenue and get something than it is to sit at home and whine about how dead winter is. You can obviously do holiday parties and winter parties. January becomes an opportunity for appreciation for customers or guests, and you can do those. February is a great time for staff lunches, Valentine's Day stuff. People don't stop gathering in the winter. What they do is they gather indoors. So you need to figure out a way to be inside with them. You can offer a hot bar catering, do a taco bar, a pasta bar, a slider bar. I've done all of those. They're not that hard to set up and maintain. You can do boxed lunches where you get an order for 20 or 25 lunches and you just take and drop it off at the secretary's desk, and then she disperses it out to everybody. You can do afternoon snacks, coffees, pastries, savory bites, whatever it is, something that becomes a little treat for those employees in the afternoon, or that last day before we go on the winter holiday. You become the one catering the party. Same deal as everything else we've been talking about. Set it up now, so all you got to do is talk about it as the time gets closer. Here's a biggie that a lot of food truck owners completely ignore is you can do meal prep or family packs. Meal prep means you're cooking food, fully cook it, and then you're cooling it back off and packaging it, so all they have to do is microwave it. Many food trucks do this, especially when it's the wintertime. That way they're cooking inside their own warm food truck. They don't have to have the window open, prepping all the food, getting it packaged individually, then writing some type of instruction to put on how to reheat it and microwave it. Then you advertise it. You can set it up so you're advertising all through the week. Cut off date on Friday, you go shopping Friday, you cook all day Saturday, they pick it up from your food truck on Sunday. Do the same with meal packs. You can portion things together. Family of 4, family of 6. It gives you a big ticket item, easy to serve, easy to reheat, and a lot less stress on you because you don't have to have the window open wondering if somebody's going to show up when it's 30 degrees outside. You can even do take and bake stuff where you are assembling everything raw and they take it home to finish the cooking. So make sure you give clear instructions on how things need to be cooked and to what temperature. When it's cold, people want dinner solved for them. Even when it's hot, people want dinner solved for them. So you can do a family taco night kit. You could do a chili and cornbread. That's a great one in the winter. You can do barbecue by the pound with some rolls and some sides. You can do a breakfast burrito pack. Feed the kids for the next couple of days before they head off to school. Or if it's winter break, feed the kids so mom and dad don't have to worry about what they're eating while they're at work. You could do a soup flight, which means you give them varieties of soup that they can sample throughout the week. Really, the sky's the limit. All you got to do is figure out what you're going to sell and advertise it. Of course, the easy thing is also to do real gift cards, which means they're giving you money now, but the food doesn't go out till later. That helps you with your cash flow. And then you can sell merchandise as well, cups and mugs, t-shirts, that type of thing. But it does give you one additional thing. And gift cards do work, especially if you give them a reason to buy them. So what you do is say buy $50 gift cards and get $10 bonus. Or buy 4 meals now, redeem later. That's a little bit of tracking on your part. I'd prefer just the plastic gift cards as a real gift card, but it's tied to your business. They can't use it anywhere else. Just make sure you're the one that can honor gift cards. You can do it certainly early in December as stocking stuffers for people, and you can do it again in February for maybe a Valentine's Day dinner. Along with merchandise, we could, if you do sauces or rubs or other signature items, sell them, especially in December. Those become unique things for Christmas. Now you can do this legally. The labels do matter. The rules matter. The cottage food laws vary. So don't get cute and try to sell something you can't legally sell. But figure out what it is you can do. Again, this is coming out in March. Be thinking about how you're going to survive the next winter. I'm giving you months of warning. You can do cooking classes. You can do demos. You can do paid experiences. There's a sushi truck in Utah that does sushi classes. You could do a barbecue class. You can do a butchery class if you break down your own meat. You can do anything where you can be paid. And if it's a class, you can even let people cook a meal or two. Let them feel what it's like to work on a food truck. These are all simple things you can do that create revenue without you having to throw that window open and worry about, is somebody going to show up? The survival rule for winter is just easy. You have to think ahead. You have to get as much stuff in plan today so that when the slower months roll around and then roll into the winter months, you know exactly what you're going to do and who you're going to contact. Just pick 2 or 3 things that you can do that make you feel comfortable. Figure out when you're going to market them, when you're going to set them up, and who you're going to talk to. It's all about you planning ahead. Because if you can plan ahead now in March of 26, the winter of 26 and early 27 won't be as bad. Thank you guys so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding everything helpful that we do, please do 2 things for me today. Number 1, like, subscribe, follow, whatever your platform asks you to do. Please do that so that you'll be notified when we post our next audio. Second thing I want you to do is go to nsfva.org and join our association. It's $19 a month. We've already got 30 hours worth of classes already on for you to learn all about the food truck business as far as how to operate a profitable one. We do weekly live classes. Those are half-hour classes, half-hour to an hour classes. And then we do 2 hours of coaching, and that's group coaching every single week. $19 a month. Hard to beat. Again, that's nsfva.org. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next podcast.